Hala Vibes family, Hala Vibes, welcome back to the Highest Good Tarot. If you're new here, welcome. I'm coming on to do a quick reading for the collective to see how we can attune with this Cancer new moon. Happy new moon, you guys. I hope that you are well, safe, happy, and at peace. It's pretty late here, so I'm going to just jump right on in to see how we can attune to the moon. This will be a collective reading. Alright, Spirit. Okay, let's see, how can the collective attune to this moon? It's Cancer new moon. That was quick. It's time to take action. This is the new moon in Aries. So Spirit is saying it is time for us to, make a move on some things that we want to get going. This fire energy. Take action. New moon in Aries says the flame is lit, a wonderful new start beckons, and you're on the right track. Drawing this card is superly positive sign. If there's something you want to happen in your life, take this card as a big yes from the universe. This is the time to really tune into your dreams. You may still have a long way to go. After all, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, but you're on your way. Determination, self-assertion, and bravery are called for, but the hot fire of Aries is driving you towards success in whatever endeavor you're asking about. The caution is don't go too fast and forget your manners. Treat people well as you charge towards your goals. You'll create much better karma for yourself. Attune to the moon, don't even think about giving up. Did you hear that, you guys? Don't even think about giving up. Additional meanings for this card, it says do your best and be happy with that. Do your best and be happy with that. Avoid being brash right now. You need a 12-month plan. A new male is coming into your life. The teaching is Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, so the new moon in Aries is the first sign of 12 or 13 new moons of this year. If you're committed to working with all the lunations, then the new moon in Aries is the right time to start. And drawing this card, no matter when you do it, signifies it's also the ideal time to start your moon work, such as setting intentions. So, as a collective, we need to, take action. It's time to take action and don't even think about giving up, right? So now let's see. All right, so I was doing all the elements, but some of them got cut off, so I'm just going to leave it at the collective message of how we all can attune with this Cancer new moon. But now I want to tune in and get a message from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Just an overall message for us. What does Spirit want us to know about this Cancer new moon as a collective? Okay. Have anybody been like me, really tired, really sluggish, but at the same time can't sleep? Let's see. What do we need to know, Spirit, about this Cancer new moon as a collective? We need to trust. Okay. I think one of the signs, the elements got this as attuning to the moon. We just must trust, or something like that. Now trust is coming out again with the egg moon. Okay. We also got resistance. Is there anything else? What do we need to know, Spirit? So we got two more cards. We have sovereignty, and we have the unexpected. So 32, 25, 41, and 43. 5757. So these numbers may be significant to some of you. because we got 5, 7, 5, 7. We're going to start out with trust. It says, trust yourself, develop self-trust, and joy will follow. You can rely on your own capabilities. Begin to plan carefully for the future. It is the beginning, and I trust myself in all things. Apart from the trust we might develop spiritually with higher power, self-trust is the basis of all other trust. Self-trust is a surety that we can rely upon ourselves, that our decisions are valid, that we ourselves matter. You matter. Okay? The knowing ourselves combined with trusting ourselves lead to better, more informed decisions about all aspects of our life, including career and relationship. Self-trust is far more than a flashy show of confidence. It is deeper and farther reaching than that. It is security at the very core, but no matter what, our wisdom matters and it is best. It allows for flow and for faith in oneself and the way you do things, moving and choosing in the world. Self-trust is a full acceptance of self. As accepting oneself becomes easier, thus self-trust will begin to shine. This gives great momentum of anything we choose to tackle or do. Our ancestors saw spring, the great thawing, as a new beginning. They would walk the marshes and plains and find newly laid eggs. More than just a symbol of fertility and new hope, the eggs meant that the worst of the cold was over and that new life really was here. The egg moon was a time of celebration and rejoicing. The companion stone or metal is iron for this. Then we have resistance. Familiarize yourself with how resistance manifests for you, the overt and the covert. If you continue to have doors slammed in your face, turn around. There will normally be an open door. Procrastination is just another kind of fear. Move forward with confidence and persistence. And the affirmation says, I flow through resistance and I am in control. I believe it was another one of the elements had gotten that as well about being confident, moving in confidence. It says there are two kinds of resistance. The first type we encounter when we keep getting obstacles placed in our way or our way is blocked. For example, we try to get a particular job in a particular field, but no matter what we do, it doesn't happen. This is external or overt resistance. Covert resistance, which occurs when we say we really want to do or complete something, but feel resistance not to, is somewhat sneakier. All forms of procrastination fit in here, writer's block being a classic example. When we want to do something but get distraction and don't do it, or we just can't seem to engage our will enough, that is covert resistance. When we want to get rid of a bad habit, an addiction, an old pattern, in fact, anything we're thinking of releasing for the dark moon, and feel resistant in doing so, we have a big dose of covert resistance. We must battle the second kind of resistance like we would battle a crafty and terrible enemy. We must raise our shields and sharpen our swords and have a strategy to remove the resistance. In fact, we must flow through it. It's a battle we might have to fight more than once, but we will be resilient and vigilant and fight it. We will. For when we win, and we will win, the rewards are great. Why do we resist the things we say we want? Sometimes we don't really want those things. Most times, though, we are frightened about what might happen if we do get what we ask for. What will people think? Will we lose our friends and family if we rise? Will it all be for nothing if we try and fail? But we must be willful and we must have courage. We must repeat to ourselves, this is what I really want for me. Yes, I'm worth it. And then we stand up straight, put on our crown of sovereignty of our own lives, and go to battle. So, resistance. I flow through resistance and I am in control. Then we have sovereignty, which is the queen of the moon herself. You have sovereignty over your own life. Act with grace and confidence. You have the ability to unite, desperate people and views should you choose to do so. The buck stops with you. You are powerful, act like it. And it says the affirmation is I reign over my own realm. I reign over my own realm. Goddess of the moons are one of the oldest kinds of feminine divine and featured in mythologies from almost every corner of the globe. From Diana to ancient Rome and the Greek Artemis to the Semitic Astarte in Haina from Polynesia. The link with the feminine divine and the lunar planet and cycles is a strong one. These goddesses, in all their myriad of forms, were extremely powerful and demonstrated to women that they naturally had power as well. We should strive to be the powerful queens of our own domain. Women especially have been socialized to defer, to keep small, to be quiet, and to hold a very twisted kind of service that borders on servitude. While in many first world countries women can choose to be what they wish to be on paper, women still experience inequality in most countries in areas such as wage disparity and an imbalance of numbers of women in government or in high-level board position. However, what has been accepted in the past is not what will be accepted in the future. A new queendom is coming. Yes, it is. When we reign over our own lives, it is us that take on the responsibility for our own change and decision. The Moon Queens knows that we, just under the divine, are our own rulers, and as such, the buck stops here. Therefore, it is worth us investing in growing our own self-awareness, our own self-trust, self-care, and self-esteem in real and practical ways. We must, as any queen would, set firm boundaries to protect our queendom and those who are under our protection. This does not mean we become cruel rulers. We should always aim for benevolence, fairness, and great love for all, as well as ourselves. It does mean we may have to push against those who do not respect our line in the sand. Ooh, that was powerful. So then the last one we have is the unexpected, and this is the blue moon. All right. No matter how well you plan, there are always room for the unexpected to occur. Build your resilience, as rare occurrences can happen. A visitor you have not seen in a long time may re-enter your life. I trust in myself and in life. That's the affirmation. I trust in myself and in life. In old farmers' almanacs, a blue moon was described as the third full moon in a season that has 4 full moons. A newer and now more accepted description is that a blue moon is when there are 2 full moons in one calendar month. Either way, it is a rare occurrence and has inspired the saying once in a blue moon when describing the event or behavior that only happens rarely. The energy and power of the blue moon can be best taken advantage of by setting intentions on those moons or things that you really want but have never felt could happen. I refer to big wishes, the almost miracle stuff we would be both delighted and surprised about if it manifested. After setting the blue moon intention though, don't sit there hoping it will just happen. Try to take clear practical steps toward these things, seemingly far away intentions, and help the universe along. Some of us love surprises, some of us don't. But I don't think anyone can go through life without sometimes having an unexpected happen to them. While some professions in particular, such as the military and medicine, try to plan for everything that could go wrong, life sometimes finds a way of outsmarting the most thorough of plans. This is simply life. Although it is important for us to know how we are traveling down a particular path, we should always make room for and expect the unexpected. So, the unexpected, I trust in myself and in my life. So that is the message. I hope that it's helped you in some way. Thank you all for stopping by. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of love and high life vibes.